Oh, listen. I know y'all. I know why y'all here. I know why y'all are here. Hold on a second. Hold on. All right. Now, maybe go a little higher. I know why y'all here. You see the TV behind me. So you're like, oh my gosh, what's Perkins up to? What's he watching nowadays? And I'm here to tell y'all. I'm here to tell y'all. But just be warned. Just be warned. Just beware, beware, beware. We'll go with that. Just beware about this movie, y'all. But as I say, I'm only here to suggest. I ain't here to tell you what to do. I'm here to suggest what to do. And this movie, y'all, is definitely a suggestion. Y'all have been warned already. So let me tell y'all something. Somebody told me, they were like, oh my gosh, Peacock got this new movie. You should definitely check it out. I was like, what? They was like, yeah, Peacock. They got this new movie. You should check it out. I'm like, okay, what's the movie called? They go, oh, it's called Abigail. I was like, Abigail? That sounds like a cool movie. And they were like, yeah, it's a very nice movie. And by the way, I like the name Abigail, but this movie destroyed it. Now, anytime I hear the name Abigail, I'm like, oh, you can get away from me. You could get away from me. It's that type of movie. Yes, it's that type of movie. Did I say it's that type of movie? Because I meant it's that type of movie. And let me tell y'all something. Is this a movie to watch with your boo? Of course. Because when you get scared, you're going to want to snuggle up to little boo boo. You're going to be like, oh my God, I'm so scared, babe. Hug me, hold me. I don't know what to do. Hold my hand too, please. I'm so scared. That's what you want to do. So, yes, you want to watch with your boo. Do you want to watch with your kids? Probably not. I mean, if you want your kids to have nightmares, then go ahead. Who am I to stop you? I'm just the guy offering a suggestion. So who am I to stop you? Who am I to say, no, you can't let your kids watch this movie? No, I'm just the guy offering a suggestion to you guys not to let your kids watch the movie because it might give them nightmares. And it might not. Depends on the kid. Depends on what the kid's been through. But we're gonna go through this movie. This movie's called Abigail, y'all. Abigail. And we're gonna swing straight over to Peacock. So Peacock got this movie. Like if you get like the higher plan, you can see this movie. But if you get like the lower plan, that just means that you can't see this movie. Y'all, do y'all get that? So you gotta get the higher plan with Peacock. And if you don't have Peacock, I'm sure you I'm sure you could just get somebody who has Peacock and then ask them for the password. And then you can watch this movie. But don't tell anybody that I offered that suggestion because I did not offer that suggestion. You did not hear anything at all. Copy. Copy. All right, let's move on. So, like I said, we're going to swing all the way to Peacock for this movie. It's called Abigail. And let me tell y'all something. It has that dude that looks like Elon Musk in it. And you're like, there ain't nobody that look like Elon Musk. But this guy to me look like Elon Musk. Paul Duran. So, but anyway, so the movie is rated R. It is a horror film. Abigail is this ballerina vampire. And this is a group of people who have been sent to this little girl's house to kidnap her. And so um these few people, so there's like two people, right? So there's two people. There's two people in a van, and then there's I think one, two, three, I think maybe three or four people in the car, in a car. So the two people in the van, so one's the driver, of course, and the other one is like this computer whiz type of girl. Um, and so she's more on the lines of like, I'll disable the alarm, I'll do this and that, all the technology stuff. That's what she's about. So anyway, so they go to his house, right? So the four people, I'm gonna say four. Hold on. Okay, yeah, let's say four people. All right. So these four people, they get out of the car and they break into the house, whatever. The little girl's not there yet. So they break into the house, whatever, and so they find the girl's room. They wait it out until she gets there. She finally gets there. Her driver drops off. This nice car. It's like a Bentley or something like that. It's a beautiful car. Anyway, um, so oh, and by the way, this happens in New York. I don't know if that means anything to any of y'all, but this happens in New York. But don't go to New York and say, oh my God, they got vampires. No, we do not have no vampires in New York. Anyway, moving on. So so they waited out, and the girl finally comes home, whatever, and then they kidnap her. They knock her in with this medicine that's supposed to knock her out and stuff like that. Knocks her out, handcuff her, blindfold. Actually, they didn't blindfold her yet, so they go outside because now the father's home now, right? So now they gotta, or they think that the father's home. So now they gotta like act quickly and just take her outside. The alarm goes off. The two people in the van, they back up. They put the girl in the van and they just drive off, right? So they drive off to this another house, this big house, right? Where this other actor, he's actually a pretty good actor, Gene Carlos or something like that. I think that's how you say his name. Anyway, so Gene Carlos is supposed to be like the big time boss. He's the one who set these guys up. He's the one who's like, yo, we could get rich, and this is how we're gonna get rich. We're gonna kidnap this girl, and that's how we're gonna get rich. And so they kidnap her, obviously, and then he's like, yeah, the father's child, he's big time. He got big time money. You know, he doing big time things. You understand what I'm saying? He doing big time things, baby. So I'm trying to be doing big time things. But anyway, so then so now then he's like, oh, and no cell phones because we ain't gonna have nobody track you and stuff like that. Basically, and it was like we ain't gonna have nobody calling you type of thing, you know, or they don't want you to call out. I'm gonna get back to that. So then anyway, so now they're in the house. They're all in this house together, whatever. They lock the girl up into a room. And then they take the blindfold. Oh, by the way, they blindfold the girl in the car. So they get to the house, they take off the blindfold, they lock her up, whatever. And it was like, oh, we're gonna designate one person, this one female, that she's the only person supposed to go into the room. All right, cool. So we got it. She's this one female, the only person supposed to go inside the room. So then, so then after that, Gene Carlos basically explains them the rules, takes their cell phone away, and be like, listen, we just gotta keep this girl alive, whatever. And so, and so, so all of them, they're all playing pool and stuff like that. So there's the one lady who was supposed to be the one to go in the girls' room. Um, she's like over here just like guessing everybody because doesn't and in this house nobody knows everybody's real name, nobody knows their real job, nobody knows anything, and that's one of the rules that Gene Carlos has set up. He was like, yo, nobody knows anybody's name, nobody knows what they did, nobody knows anything. We're gonna keep that a secret, and you're not gonna ask, you're not gonna bump uglies, you're not gonna do anything. Y'all just going to keep this girl alive. And in the morning time, we gonna get our money. Yeah. So anyway, so then so now this girl, right? The girl who's supposed to be the head girl, whatever, right? She's over here guessing people and stuff like that. She's like, oh, you a ba ba ba, you a ba ba ba, you a ba ba ba, and you a ba ba ba, and you a ba ba ba. And so the guy that she originally guessed, whatever, and he was like, oh, and you a ba ba ba. Reason I'm not saying it because you got to go see the movie. I'm not here to tell y'all the whole movie. I'm just here to tell y'all the good goods. Okay. So that one guy, whatever, um, he like scares he's like a junkie type of guy, whatever. He also looked like Mac. What's that guy who died? Mac Miller. That's who he looked like. He looked like Mac Miller. So anyway, so then the guy who looked like Mac Miller was like being a goofball and scaring this girl and stuff like that. And so then he goes to the kitchen, and then something happens to him. He gone now. He gone. Like he's without a head. Like he was screaming. Right. So he was screaming. And so then the other girl who he scared came down to figure out like I heard somebody screaming. I don't know what happened. And so then the girl comes down to the kitchen where the guy was, and she sees him without a head, just chilling in a seat. No. Sorry. He was in a seat, right? And she's like, oh, hey, so stop playing. So stop playing. Hello. And she touches him. And yo, his head rolls off and just bounces and goes somewhere. I don't know where his head went, but it bounced and it went somewhere. And so now the girl's screaming, she freaking out, she calling people downstairs, and now they like, yo, what the heck is that? Meanwhile, there was another guy who went into the girl's room and she saw his face, and now she know what his face looked like. Anyway, so then they all go upstairs, they gonna wanna go run out the house, and yo, they locked in. They is locked in. Like it's over. They locked in. And so then so then the girl goes upstairs and sees the girl, and then she's like, oh, the main girl, right? The one who's supposed to watch the little girl. She's like, oh, has anybody been in the room? And the girl's like, no. And she was like, oh, you could tell me. Like, you could tell me. Like, and so she was like, but he said not to tell. And if I did tell, then it would be a problem. Who said that? And so lo and behold, she was like, oh, Frank. And Frank is one of the guys, right? So now, so then there's this black guy, right? So the black guy and then the main girl was talking. They're like, yo, Frank is the killer, bro. Frank is it. Like, we gotta go kill Frank. All right, you been in the army, I've been in the army, so we know how to do this. And so the girl was like, okay, you go there, search for him, I'll go somewhere else. And so all of a sudden, the black guy, he goes into his room, and then he's just staying still. So the girl's like, hey, I forgot his name. Like, let's call him Jimmy. So she's like, oh, Jimmy, why are you just standing there, Jimmy? And then she goes around and looks, and Jimmy dead, y'all. Jimmy is dead. Like DEAD. Dead. I had to make sure I spelled that right. But Jimmy is dead, y'all. Like, he died. So then, so then, um, so then the girl goes to see Frank, and she's like, "Oh, you're the killer." Da, 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 da. Frank is like, "I have no idea what you're talking about." So lo and behold, this girl just slips out the cuffs, and she starts playing games with these people, right? And then they finally find out that she's a vampire. She's a ballerina vampire. She dances and eats people, suck their blood. And let me tell you, After they found out that she was a vampire, like everything in the movie just went haywire. Everything just went crazy. Like there was bodies just being vomited all over the place. There was just blood everywhere. It was just totally disgusting. I'm just gonna say that it was just totally disgusting. Um, and the I mean, and there was just one person that survived, and that was the medic. But she got bit too. That means now she's a vampire now. And dude, like if I tell y'all anymore, it's just gonna give out the rest of the movie. So y'all just gotta see it. Now, what do I rate it out of a 10? I'll rate it about a 6. I didn't really care for it just because there's a lot of blood, there's a lot of gory stuff. And it just seemed kind of like, all right, this is a little crazy. Just because it just seemed a little crazy, all right? So, um, so yeah, I would give it about a 6 out of 10. Would I watch it again? Probably not. Because like I said, I don't like these type of movies. These type of movies are scary. I'm not trying to be scared while watching a good movie. Who does that? Who's like, oh my god, I just want to be scared and then watch a movie while I'm at it. No. Like nobody does that. Nobody would say that. So but here we are. But like I said though, if y'all looking for a good movie, if y'all looking for an okay movie, go ahead and watch this movie. It's on Peacock. It's called Abigail on Peacock. I said that before, didn't I? Yeah, I know you wasn't listening. I know you wasn't. Because you just had that look on your face right now. It looked like you was not listening. I see it all in your eyes. I see it. But yeah, I wouldn't watch it again. Even if my boo thing was like, oh my god, I heard about this really good movie from Perkins Talks. And he said that we should watch this movie. Oh my gosh, what movie is it? And who is this Perkins Talks you're listening to? Who is this Perkins Talks that's all in your ear? Who's this guy? She's like, oh my god, he's just some cute uh chocolate man with a fro. And I think we should watch him because he's so adorable. And then yeah, and he watched a movie called Abigail, and he says it was like 6 out of 10, but I really want to know what it's about. All right, well, if Perkins Talks said that you should, then I guess you should, because why not listen to a chocolate beautiful man that looks like Denzel Washington, that looks like Biggie Smalls, that looks like Carl Winslow? Why would you not want to listen to that type of guy? That's the type of guy you want to listen to. But anyway, if y'all are interested, go ahead and watch the movie for yourself, and then let me know how you thought it was. All right, peace out, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and go watch some TV right now. So later, Gator. After a while, crack it out. Peace.